Good morning, Trace. A big day ahead. We do have the Reserve Bank meeting at 2:30 Eastern Daylight Time. The market's done a pretty good job of discounting a 25 basis point hike, so we shouldn't be too surprised when that action comes out a bit later on today. Where we could see some conjecture, some movement in the Aussie is the terminal pricing, which currently sits at 3.72% for the July meeting. So, yeah, marrying up the tone of the statement relative to that market pricing is where you could see some movement in the Aussie dollar and Aussie rates market. Further out, you are watching, your dollar exposures in the session ahead. We are seeing Jerome Powell speaking in Washington. We've got a whole raft of ECB speakers playing through in the session ahead, and we've got representation from the Bank of England as well. But what we have seen on the day is really a rates and US dollar story more than anything else. I think you've got fairly contained moves in equities and commodities, but we've been seeing a bit of a legacy follow through really from payrolls. We've seen terminal pricing in the US trading up an extra 12 basis points being added to the Fed funds expected to settle around 5.12 for the July meeting. So we've added, the terminal pricing is above 5%. You can see 2-year treasuries have gone for that. We're up 16 basis points in twos at 4.44%. We're eyeing those 6th of January highs at 4.49. Now, the back end of the curve hasn't had quite the move, so we have some bit of a bear flattening playing through, but we've got 10s up 10 basis points at the moment. We've got real rates having a decent move up at the moment as well, and I think that's obviously propelling the US dollar higher. We have seen the Dixie trade into 103.77. We've come back a little bit. Now, I will say, in terms of rates, we do have a decent amount of corporate issuance playing through this week. We've got about $96 billion of coupon issuance, and then maybe that's pushing up yields as well as what we've been seeing in payrolls. Euro dollar got down to 107.10. We just had a bit of a move up from those levels, but we're just below that 15th of December high that we saw at 107.36. That could be an interesting one to watch there as well. We've got dollar yen trading into 132.90, just trading a little bit lower than that, but obviously following short-term rates. Equities are quite well contained. We are seeing some underperformance in small caps in the Russell. That's down over 1% at the moment, but the Nasdaq's only down 0.5% at the moment. The S&P's down smalls, but we are seeing broad-based selling. Gold, is actually holding in pretty well, actually up about 0.3%. So commodities doing pretty well. This is a rate story. This is a US dollar story. We'll have to see how this plays out in the session ahead. So watch the RBA.